because I thought Mr.Beast was gonna buy it. Oh, that's an interesting story. I'll pull that up. I caught glimpses of that. I didn't see the whole thing. Actually, hold on. Let me be a little more specific. Let me see what brings it up. Where's like a good article on this? Maybe it was only a big deal on Twitter. Oh, here. Came up with this. Here. God damn it. There. So basically what happened is Mr.Beast was paying for people's groceries at certain grocery stores, and he asked for the location's permission to film. And when he went to the Piggly Wiggly, he had called beforehand asking to film, which they gave him permission for. But the employees told all of their friends that they need to go to the grocery store on this day because that's when Mr.Beast is buying them everything. So what ended up happening is so many people showed up to the Piggly Wiggly expecting Mr.Beast to buy all of their food, everything. So they stacked their grocery carts to the fucking ceiling. And Mr.Beast couldn't even get there with how many people were there and just canceled it. Which I think he's totally in the right for. But he got blasted on Twitter and TikTok for it. What's the expression? You give people an inch, they take a mile? He's a Prime Tom. And the resub Didi and Panda and the Bits Heart Cart. Not really like drama or anything. Mr. Beast didn't do anything wrong. It was just the employees being really shitty and just telling people go buy everything possible on this day because Mr. Beast is going to buy all of it for you. So then they told their friends, they told their friends, they told their friends, and a million fucking people showed up. Entirely their fault. He's a Prime JG. Seems like that would happen every time, though. No, because normally what he'd do is he'd call, and this is just based on what I read, because apparently he like sent a text message to Keem to explain everything, because he didn't feel like making a real like official post, which I think he doesn't even need to, since it's such a non-issue. But what he would do is contact the grocery stores beforehand and say like, hey, we're coming on this day, can we film? And they'd say either yes or no. But for Piggly Wiggly, they said yes, told their employees, and their employees told everyone else. So then they, like, just a million people went. Whereas normally he'd just show up, whoever was shopping there, he'd buy their shit. He's a resub Percival. He's the gift sub Phoenix in the Prime next big thing. You still gonna moist meter Gotham Knights? No. It wouldn't be fair to since I'm not finishing it. It's too fucking boring. So I won't moist meter it. It's just one of those rare games where it's just too much of a slog for me to finish. Though I did moist meter Saints Row without finishing it, but that's also because I was only 4 missions away, so I already got like the bulk of the game before moist metering it regardless. But Gotham Knights, I know I still have quite a bit left. Ooh, thank you for the 10 gift subs, Jacob. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jacob. You moist muted Far Cry 6 and Watch Dogs. That is super true. But again, in both of those cases, actually, I don't remember moist muting Far Cry 6, but Watch Dogs, oh man, I got everything I needed out of Watch Dogs. Holy fuck, that game was miserable. Still one of the most boring games I've ever played. Gotham Knights isn't as bad as Watch Dogs, for what it's worth. But it's still just not enough to finish. Thanks to resub Nutter, Phoenix, and the Prime Preston. They give sub bread. And the Prime Chew. Which Watch Dogs? Watch Dogs Legion. He's a Prime Brindle. And the resub Darge and Giant. You see the climate activists who threw mashed potatoes on the painting? Yeah, it's becoming quite the trend, eh? It's really popping off. It's getting the message across really well. I'm sure any day now we'll stop using oil. Here's the resub Eggnog. What is that going to do for them? We've gone over this before when they threw tomato soup on that other painting. We'll go over it again. The idea behind it is get their name in the headlines. Hopefully people will look at the message and be like, all right, I'll support that. That doesn't happen, obviously. All people do is they see the headlines like, wow, bunch of fucking lunatics. I'm going to ignore the message. Also, the Just Stop Oil movement is backed by an oil heiress. I forgot her name. But she helped finance this movement, an actual oil heiress. So I'm pretty sure this is like a psyop or like a false flag operation to try and make climate activists look insane. What was her name? I think it's like Gritty? Well, it's probably not Gritty. Giddy. It starts with a G, though. I know that. I can't remember who it is, though. But it's an oil heiress who backs it. Oh, there it is. Getty. Yeah. Getty. Eileen Getty. Hey, Caleb. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks to the Bits Heart Cart and the Prime Stretch. Terrorist organization. Alright, let's not get carried away. Right now, their terror attacks consist of throwing tomato soup and mashed potatoes on paintings. Both of which were behind glass, so they didn't actually damage them. They just made themselves look super stupid. I wouldn't necessarily call them terrorists. Mr.Beast Taikoi.